Repeat after me. I am an abundant person. I am successful. I am lovable. I am amazing. I'm beautiful. And my romantic partner is lucky to have me in their life. All facts. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to Kenny Tarot YouTube channel. If you are new here, please do us the favor by liking, sharing, and subscribing, as well as joining the family. You know, we are a lovable bunch of people and we just continuously grow by the numbers. So join, okay? What are you waiting for? But today, you guys, we are coming back with a love reading, so to speak. This reading was thought of by my girl, y'all already know, Rachel. What is that? Rachel is a member of the family, and she thought of this, and I thought this was a perfect idea. I kind of changed the words a little bit, but it's more or less exactly what she requested. And the title of the video is, what type of romantic partner does your spirit team feel you need to have? Now, this is going to be describing maybe the archetype of person, or maybe just the specific qualities that your spirit team feels that you should be seeking within a partner that will probably fit you the best, complement you the best, and exactly what you need. And so, yeah, I think it's going to be quite interesting. Now, I have to also say that this may be qualities that you personally are not looking for in a person, but as I've always stated, Spirit is not going to tell you what you want to hear. Spirit is going to tell you what you need to hear. Okay. Now, I also have to mention that there will be an extended reading of this, or extended version of this reading over on Patreon. So y'all go check that out afterwards. In the extended version, we are going to be exploring the exact person who Spirit has in mind, as well as in the ways in which the qualities that they possess are going to be exemplified with you or through you, within the relationship, or within, the connection between you and this person. So I'm excited, and I know you guys are too. So please choose from these piles. We have pile number 1 with the sodalite stone. We also have pile number 2, green aventurine. We also have pile number 3, which is the citrine, and we also have number 4, which is the clear quartz crystal. So with that being said, you guys, please choose from your gut, or choose with your gut and not with your eyes, and I will catch you at your reading. What is up, pile number 1? This is for those who picked the sodalite stone. We're about to find out what type of romantic partner does your spirit team feel you need to have. Okay, so the cards that they gave us are the Page of Wands. This is probably not going to focus. Page of Wands. We also have the 8 of Swords in reverse. Can you focus, please? No? Okay, 8 of Swords in reverse. We also have the 2 of Wands in reverse. Now we also have, this is number 1, awareness, which is also the Magician. We have letting go. That's number 44. We also have number 19, which is Saturn. We have Hathor, which is receptivity. We already got an idea of what's going on over here. We have indecision. We have respect. And we also have these 2 cards that we'll get into later. Okay, so pile number 1, Spirit is wanting to describe the type of person that you should be looking for. So this person is very, very, when I say very, very, I mean very, very, very smart, intelligent, I think this person could also be book smart, but I do believe they have a great idea of how life functions, how the world functions. I do believe they do have a hint of spirituality in there as well, but definitely I think the majority of their intellect and knowledge maybe comes from education or some type of schooling. But the point is, they are very, very smart. I also find them to be very rational, very practical. This person, I think the air sign qualities within their chart is very, very strong. This is someone who is, they make me feel like this is someone who, if you were into a relationship with this type of person, that they still believe in you being an individual. You know what I mean? Like someone who is like someone who still has a life of their own, even if you're in a connection together, if that makes sense. But this is definitely someone who is a mature energy, but they just maybe come across as, they may be young. They may be younger as far as look, or I think they have that type of dichotomy. Either they're young in looks and they're very, very wise beyond their years, or they could definitely be wise and experienced enough and of a particular age, but just look young. But let's begin. We have the Page of Swords. So this is the smart quality about this person. Also, this is someone who's very inquisitive, very curious, someone who's always a seeker of knowledge. This is someone who's always going to be very interested in you. You know, there's some people when you try to when you're in the dating scene, or just that whole process of dating, which is horrible. But that whole dating scene, you can tell when someone is really engaged with what you have to say and really care about get to know you, and you can tell when they're not. This is someone where it's going to be very obvious where they're really curious about you. What is your life? What are you about? And that's something that's going to be very much evident. And that's what Spirit is saying. This is a key to knowing that this is the person for you. Is that this is someone who's going to be very much interested in your life. And it's like they're not going to be I feel like this person also has some accolades and some things that they could brag about, but they're not interested in that. They're more interested in knowing about you. We also have the Eight of Swords. Now this person has an interesting technique. They said interesting, but I guess this person is just very much aware or very good at not letting things get to them, not letting things prevent them from progressing in life, not letting things, detract them from the goal, or allowing things to let them lose focus. This person is very much, sometimes they have tunnel vision when it comes to the goals, and anything else that happens, any other external factors that may happen will not affect them from achieving that goal. I believe this is someone who could have definitely went through a lot of things, and maybe that's a coping mechanism, or maybe it's a situation in which they've probably gone through a lot to where they maybe, so to speak, feel numb to anything else that may come, which makes it, I guess, a little bit more easier to deal with any future issues. But they definitely have, it feels like a habit of getting over things quite easily. This is not someone who holds on to grudges. This is not somebody who really wants to spend time arguing, spend time doing things that will disrupt and cause disharmony. This is it feels like a very free-flowing type of person as well. Very open-minded, free-flowing type of person. Now we also have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands in reverse. I think this is the energy right here where it's coming across as someone who it's like, just because we're in a relationship does not mean we have to do everything together. Just because we're in a relationship does not mean, this relationship is your everything. This person believes that you should, like, this type of person believes that you should also have your own life. I should also have my own life. And then, we come together and we build another life, our own life together. You know what I mean? Because there are some cases in which some people, the relationship is all that they're into. Like, that's all that they have. That's all that they currently are focused on. And in my personal opinion, Kenny Terrell talking now. Kenny speaking now. In my opinion, you should also have a lot going for yourself, or just your life in general. You should be focused on your own endeavors, your own accomplishments, not just only focus on this romantic relationship. So this person is very much the type of person like, yo, we don't have to talk every day. We don't have to, see each other every day. We don't have to do everything together. This person is very much an independent type of energy, and they respect, your time in which you may need some time alone, or time to just, if you just want to have like a girl's night out or a boy's night out, whatever, and they respect that. It's like there's us and we, but there should also be I and me. Bars. But you guys know what I mean. This is someone who's there's an independent quality about this person. This person wants you to kind of, or this is the type of person that I feel will compliment you well as well. This is not someone who's going to be, now it's not to say that they're going to be void of any type of emotions or any type of romantic gestures. I don't see that at all. What I do see is that this is just someone who's not going to be the type of person that it feels, okay, I have to be with my partner because this is just what I have to do. We have to do everything together. We have to go shopping together. We got to go grocery shopping. We got to go to the store together. We got to go to the gas station. We got to go to the park. Like we don't have to go through the laundry list of errands each day together. You know what I mean? So it's just the independent quality, independent nature, and I think this is something that you would also appreciate. Now we also have awareness, which is the Magician card in this deck. So once again, I do feel like this person is maybe spiritual, but maybe not actually call it spiritual. I just think they have it very, their mind is very powerful. And I think it's that quality of never letting things get the best of them, and always having almost like an energy in which I'm still going to reach my goal. I'm still going to, get what I want. And they probably don't know it, but that's actually their way of manifesting as well. So I think this is someone who will have a positive effect on you, in the sense that you are going to feel encouraged as well to manifest your dreams, manifest your goals. I just feel like this person may not call it that. Now we also have letting go. Once again, this is the energy of this person. I'm getting very much someone who you probably won't ever see angry or mad or sad. Even though they may definitely feel those energies, but I don't feel like they show them, or at least they're not in those feelings long enough to where people would see them, because they definitely have a habit of letting things go and not letting things, sit around within their energy for very long. Now the Saturn card here suggests that this could be because they have gone through a lot, and sometimes when you go through a period of struggle or many struggles and many challenges in life, you sometimes do become a little bit numb, or you could just maybe become adaptive to where you begin to maneuver and to think a certain way now because you've been struggling for so very long, so you're kind of used to it, to where now you know how to overcome these obstacles more efficiently. So that's another thing. But they have been through some things. Spirit is not mentioning it really, but they are saying that. So there's like, this could be you or this could be them. But it could be you, in the sense that there's somebody in this who could be maybe less emotionally capable than the other person, and that could be because maybe they've gone through some traumatic events, some tragic events, or maybe a intense breakup. This person knows how to handle that. Knows how to, like, this person is going to be an example of how to pretty much move on. Yeah. Now we have Hathor. And this is receptivity, and it says allow yourself to receive. This will increase your intuition, energy, and ability to give to others. Now, I think this is kind of something that they highlight earlier in this reading, is the fact that, there's some people when you're in a dating scene in which you can just tell when people are just into you and when they're not into you. And you'll be able to tell a lot of times when they don't give you the same energy that you give. Like, maybe if you write a message, your message will be like a paragraph long, and they give you like a one word, maybe not even that. Sometimes they'll give you a letter, which is K. But that's just the minimum amount of a minimum version of an example. But this is definitely someone who's going to be, you need someone who's going to share your same energy, give the same energy that you give. Because I feel like it could have been very lopsided within the type of people that you typically date or typically come across. This is someone who will obviously very immediately give you the same type of energy that you give. That's important. We have indecision. This is someone who is going to be like a symbol of clarity. You need someone who is going to be able to be decisive in the times where you feel like you can't necessarily do it on your own. I think this is also someone who's going to be somewhat of a guide for you as well. But like I said, this is someone who's very much intelligent. I do believe they could be. There's a hint of spirituality here, but I just don't believe that this is something that they do. Something like it's like, I don't feel like they don't credit their knowledge and their intuition and things like that, or they don't credit their knowledge and their actions based off spirit and universe. I don't feel like they do. But my point is, I do believe spirit still works through them, and they probably just don't realize it. But they actually have a lot of answers. Anytime you need if you have any questions, I feel like this person will most likely have an answer. Very knowledgeable person that you need. We also have respect. The respect card is here to say that this is going to be someone who is going to view you as their equal. And I know that may sound like, oh, well, that's redundant. Everyone should, that's obvious. That's not obvious, because there's a lot of relationships in which that is not the case. I'm not entirely sure about, it just depends, I think it's across the board, especially, but I have seen it a lot more in heterosexual couples in which, let's just say, for example, there's a man who is maybe working a certain job as a high level, and then there's a woman in a situation, and I've seen a lot of cases in which a man would probably use that job and maybe their status, or maybe the fact that they're just a man, as a way to really look at the woman in a very condescending way, and maybe something they don't really believe a lot of the times that they should want to elevate themselves or really encourage them to really do better. That I've seen that a lot of times, and I think that could probably happen across any type of demographic, but I feel like it's more prevalent in heterosexual couples. But my point is, this is someone who's going to see you as an equal. This is someone who's going to feel like, yo, you can do whatever the hell you want to do, despite any type of what society has placed in front of you as a barrier. This is someone who's going to be very encouraging. And, this is not going to be someone, if in fact you, let's say, for example, you made more money. And this is not an issue, I feel like, within the LGBT community, in my opinion, but I definitely see this in more heterosexual heterosexual couples, in which money could be an issue. Like, a lot of heterosexual men have a problem when their girlfriend or wife makes more money than them. But this person right here, this is the type of person who will not have a problem with that. All right, so let's get to the last two cards. The first one that we have is Journey. I do believe you guys will connect on that. It's the fact that you guys both been through some things. And I think there could be like maybe a similar scenario in which you guys will bond over. And I think this person will even enlighten you, like, look at where I came from. Look at where I started from the bottom, now I'm here. Bars. I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's more so like, this is someone who you will be able to connect to. This is someone who's very similar, have like maybe like a similar background, but the difference is that they've learned to adapt and overcome it. And I think this is something that they may even teach you. The last card that we have is Melancholy. So once again, there's somebody in this relationship or not relationship, but someone in this energy, and I think it could be you, that maybe be a little bit less emotional capable than the other person. And I think this is going to be someone who's going to teach you, and I don't even think they're going to be like, okay, lesson number 1, student, blah, 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 blah. Not like that, but it's more so like they have a way of life that is a little bit more optimistic than what I feel like is coming from you. A little bit more, positive, and they see the brighter things. This is the glass half full type of person rather than half empty. So yeah, and I think this is probably going to be a great energy or a great energy to have. So with that being said, pile number 1, we're going to move over this to the extended, and I'm really excited to see exactly who this person is and maybe how are they going to specifically show these type of qualities with you. So with that being said, thank you so much for joining me. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will catch you next time. Bye. What is up? Pile number 2. This is for those who picked the green adventuring stone. We're about to find out what is the type of romantic partner your spirit team feel you need to have. The cards that they gave us are, we have the Page of Pentacles. We also have the Judgment card in reverse. We have 7 of Swords. We have number 2, Spiritual Union. This is 2 of Cups. We have the Swan. We have Cancer. We have Nematoma, or Nematona. This is Sacred Space. We have Blame, Commitment, and these 2 cards I will get into later. Okay, pile number 2. I don't know why, but they're making me feel like like this person, like this is someone who could potentially have like a past, like a checkered past of some sort, and but has grown from it, and has learned from it, and has become a better person because of it. Yeah, that's what it feels like. I feel like this person has learned from their mistakes, it feels like learned from their mistakes. Someone who's continuously growing and showing improvement, personal improvement in some aspect. Let's begin. The Page of Pentacles is here to say that this is a type of person who is a hard worker. I think this is someone who continuously never gives up when it comes to, I think this is also referring to relationships, but also just in general. I believe when it comes to their career, this is someone who's quite ambitious in a sense that they are trying to, they're showing me the Emperor, so there definitely could be someone who is on the come up. And I think their journey is something that should be marveled at, because I think from if this is the page and they're showing me the Emperor, the image of the Emperor in my mind, that's a big jump. And so there is going to be, this is someone who has a story to tell that you're going to be inspired by. And I think when it feels like, let's get into the next card. We have Judgment card in reverse. So I was going to say that it feels like where many people would probably judge them for their character, you don't. So this is someone who, and I feel like they also won't judge you for whatever you've done in your life. You know, there's this trend which I hate. Like, I literally hate this. And it's a trend in which, I don't know if it's a trend, but it's pretty much misogyny and the double standards that are normal, I guess, now, normalized. But why is it that, let's just say a man has many sexual partners in the past, they're normally not, you know, looked down upon. Sometimes they're even praised for that. And it's to me, it's not a big deal. But I said that to say that women who maybe has, you know, a few partners, it don't have to be as much as long as the men have, but it could be like maybe one or two. Oh, you're a this, you're that, you're this, you're that. Like, women gets judged so harshly for doing maybe the same or less than what men do. And so this is one of those things in which this is someone who is not going to, this is the type of person who is not going to judge you based off whatever you've done, whatever you did, whatever you are currently doing. This is not someone who's going to judge you. And I think it's because this is going to be the type of person who also has some things that you could judge them about, but you don't do it either. The next card that we have is Seven of Swords. There's an airplane coming, but I'm gonna try to say this really quickly. So there is this energy is coming across as someone who may have a past. I'm gonna have to say it like that. A past that they definitely transformed from, changed from. It's like, I'm no angel, you know, but I'm trying, you know. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting like the persona is making me feel like bad boy, bad girl energy. Like you, if that's your type, like is that normally your type? I'm not sure, but like the school, you know, when you go the typical high school archetype or trope, this is that one person who doesn't follow the rules, who doesn't necessarily like authority, and who doesn't who comes to school but is well loved and well liked and well admired by people. And I think it's because they're kind of rough around the edges is what I'm getting as well. But it's like they've grown though, so it's a little bit more refined at this point. But they're very crafty, intelligent in that way as well. I think they know how to make a bad situation into a better situation for themselves. Maybe not always by the most moralistic means, but yeah. Now let's go into this one. We have the Two of Cups. Spiritual union. So this is telling me that you guys have, this is someone, Spirit is saying that you need someone who's going to really kind of mirror you a little bit. Maybe share the same qualities, maybe have the same similar paths. Because it seems as though maybe you've dated people who just doesn't get you. But this person will. Like this type of person that will get you, because it seems as though you guys could be similar in the past and the journey that you both have individually, but I think you guys will kind of mirror each other in that way. We have the Swan. The Swan indicates transformation. So I do see growth here, and I think that could be the type of the reason as to why a Spirit is suggesting this, because this is someone who will instill within you the desire to grow as well. This person came a long way. Or at least that's what the energy is feeling like. It's feeling like, because now we're really, you know, we're kind of deep. We're kind of going into the extended, but this is someone who this person is kind of speaking already. But Spirit definitely is feeling like this is someone who has a journey, a story to tell, and you'll be able to resonate with it, and you'll be able to connect with it, because you'll be like, yo, I've never met someone who shared the same type of story that I feel, who's been through what I went through. Now this is Cancer. Now in my perspective, Cancer is the most emotional out of all the water signs, or at least more evidently emotional. This is someone who like wears their heart on their sleeve, is very honest and very open and about their emotions. This is someone who doesn't hide their feelings. This is not someone who will hesitate to express how they feel as well. This is probably the opposite of what you dealt with. Maybe you dealt with people who were too afraid to share their feelings, or maybe didn't believe that showing their feelings was something that they were supposed to do. We also have Nematoma. This is Sacred Space. I like this card in this reading because this is saying that this is someone who will treat this connection like it's sacred. Like this is something, I don't want nobody to touch it. I don't want nobody to know anything about it. I think this is something that will be it's secret. It's something special. And I think this person is someone who cherishes this relationship to the point to where they don't want anyone to be involved. Because that's how it's sacred. It's special. This is our thing, not everyone else's thing. And maybe there's been past in your past, or maybe this another person's past, the person that's coming through. Maybe there was a situation in which you dealt with people who didn't necessarily treat your relationship as sacred. They maybe defiled it with whatever, infidelity, what have you. Now we have blame. The card says, I accept responsibility for my well-being. This is definitely someone who's been through some things, or maybe even done some things, and they have grown from it. And although they understand why people would judge them, you don't. And in fact, you focus on the growth. And this is something that they're going to express with you as well, or show you as well. We have commitment. So this goes along with this other card that we have. This is going to be, maybe in your perspective, the most committed a relationship can get. I'm not saying that this is something that will lead to marriage, but what I'm saying is it kind of feels that way, or it just feels like this is something that this person is really going to cherish. A type of person that's going to cherish this relationship and connection to the point where they're solely, their actions, their thoughts, it's always going to be this relationship in mind first. You know what I mean? Like if I go here, well, I got to think about my relationship first. Like this person really is committed to this, and maybe this is not something that this type of person is not something that you maybe are used to, or maybe you have yet to experience. Maybe you're kind of used to. And I didn't want to mention this, but they're kind of making me feel like some of you guys could be, or maybe had a history of being okay with being the side chick or side dude, or maybe someone who doesn't necessarily give you the attention that you deserve. I get the sense that some of you guys may have gone through something like that, where that was okay for you, like that was enough for you. And Spirit's like, no, you deserve more than that. You deserve someone who's fully committed to you. All right, so let's get to these last two cards, though. First one that we have is, we got despair. I'm laughing because this image is just the most. But we have despair. Oh, now I don't know why, but they're making me feel like a trail of hearts. Like this person is leaving, like this person could be leaving like a trail of hearts. I'm not sure what that means. I'm not sure why they said that. Maybe that's what you're doing, but it just feels like it's so weird. Like, I don't know, you've maybe dealt with a person like this, but this is the evolved version of the person like this. Like a person who maybe was a cheater, maybe a person who was who was non-committal, someone who, and it feels like you could be dealing with a person like that, or this is something that Spirit is suggesting you, but you're going to be seeing that even those people are not necessarily bad people. Even those people could change, which is why this person could be, which is why Spirit is kind of suggesting that this is what you need. Because I feel like it's going to show you like, yo, this type of person in the past may have caused you pain, but you're going to see that they can actually change and actually grow and learn from their actions. Next card that we have is misfortune. Ooh. Yeah, I just feel like there has been some, when it comes to your love life in the past, or maybe when it comes to this type of person that you're going to meet, there has been there's some stories to tell. And I had to say that maybe this person is recognizing, or this person is going to recognize their own faults in this, their own actions that has made the situation the way that it turned out to be. But like I said, this is the evolved version. And I think also when they show me that there's a page that wants to turn into the emperor, it's not only referring to like money wise, but it's referring to just how committed of a person that they are, like a real partner. They're on the journey to that. And I believe that the reason why Spirit is suggesting this is because, once again, I think there is a pattern that you maybe experienced in which you've dealt with this type of person, someone who's non-committal, someone who didn't give you the attention that you truly deserve. And this is supposed to be like the type of person that's going to be an example that people can actually change. And maybe this is not something that you want to deal with, but this is what the Spirit is saying. I believe Spirit is saying that this is going to provide such a huge lesson and such a nuance when it comes to people that is very beneficial for even your own growth. Yeah. Let me stop there. So pile number 2. We're going to get over to the extended reading. There's a lot that I feel like this person wants to say because they actually kind of barged into this reading, but I was trying to ignore them. But we're just going to let this person just go in for the extended version as we check exactly who this person is that Spirit has in mind. Also, some of the qualities, those great qualities that Spirit is suggesting that they're going to show to you or with you. So I'll catch you then. If not, just please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for even watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye. What is up, pile number 3? This is for those who picked the citrine stone. We're about to find out what type of romantic partner does your Spirit team feel you need to have. The cards that they gave us are, we have the 5 of Wands. We have the 8 of Pentacles. We have the 2 of Swords. We have number 2, Intuition, which is also High Priestess. We have the Novice. We have Jupiter. We have Aracura, which in this is Blossoming. We have Change. And we have Satisfaction. And these 2 cards that we'll get into later. So what they made me feel first was that so ambitious. Someone who, it's like, I think this is the type of person whose success will inspire you. This is someone who's quite successful in whatever endeavor that there is, but it's like the type of success, they don't ever rest. They don't ever rest when it comes to success. Like they're showing you tenacity. They're showing you, the ambition. They're showing determination. This is the type of energy that the Spirit feels like you need, that you'll actually learn from and be inspired from. Let's begin. We have 5 of Wands. This person is actually, you know, in a dog eat dog world, this person is doing the eating. I think this person is quite competitive, but it's more so like, I think not only do they compete with other people, as far as like, let's say for amongst their peers, they could be probably one of the more successful ones. And also, I feel like they constantly compete with themselves. It's always, how can I be better? How can I do better? I don't think it's for the sake of trying to beat everyone. It's not like a competition in that sense, but it's more so like, I think this person also uses other people's success, or maybe other people's progression, as a way to motivate themselves. That's the type of energy. This is a very fiery type of energy. It feels very fiery. And just someone who would also spark a fire within you. This is someone who, this is the type of person who's definitely came from humble beginnings to where, you know, they spent a lifehood, or maybe a childhood, always dreaming about their life and like a certain lifestyle. And because of that, this is the type of energy that never rests. Always thinking about what's next, how can I be better? And I think this competitive type of energy, this edge that this person has, it has helped them become the success that they are. I even think this is somebody who would probably have like a friendly competition with you, like, but it's not meant to make you feel less than. It's meant to encourage you. We also have 8 of Pentacles, which is the type of energy that I've been feeling this whole entire time, is that this person never sleeps. This is the type of energy that's always constantly working, always working on what's next, what's new. This is giving me someone who is like, I think they accomplish so much, especially for whatever age that they are. They accomplish so much, but in their eyes, they're like, I haven't even reached, you know, the pinnacle of what I view to be success. Because they're always hungry. It's that type of energy. And maybe this is something that you've been lacking within your own self, but this person has enough. This is someone who will have enough for you to embody as well. This person has enough of that energy to share. Now we also have 2 of Swords. What's also nice about this energy, Spirit is saying, is that this is someone who, when it comes to like an impasse or a decision, this is someone who's willing to take the risk, the necessary risk, even if it means blindly doing so and not necessarily knowing what the outcome may be. I think this is very much a business focus, business aspect, business minded. I think everything of how this person thinks is very practical and very much so business oriented. They keep repeating that. So I think they take a lot of major risk, or at least risk in the sense that could garner high rewards in their business, in their endeavors. And this is kind of how they view life, you know? You only live once. I mean, not really, but you know, it's that type of energy that's saying. But this person is very decisive, and that decisiveness energy is maybe they're aware of it, maybe they're not aware of it, but it's coming from this, which is number 2, intuition. So they actually do get downloads from Spirit about what decisions to make and what exactly to do. I don't think they're aware of it. I just think they're probably in their eyes just book smart, street smart, something like that. Because I get a very practical energy with this person, someone who's going to keep you grounded. But they do have a heightened intuition, especially when it comes to what decisions to make, which route to go. This person is there to give you directions as well, but not in the sense to where you're doing something that you don't want to do, but more so as guidance. Now we have novice, which kind of just throws us off a little bit, because when this card shows up, this is saying there is a useful aspect about this person. So what that means is that this could be a situation in which this is someone who is very young, has accomplished life, has lived life at their young age, has what people would consider lived. Or this could be someone in which they could be the opposite, in which this is someone of a particular age, a mature age, but definitely exhibits quality of that of the youth, such as how they look or how their energy is and how maybe they view. I also think this could indicate how sometimes they do, when it comes to making decisions, they do take risks, almost like what people would consider foolish, but it's really like just having blind, childlike optimism. And that type of optimism, that type of outlook on life has helped them attain a lot of success. But yeah, this could also indicate that there's something about them that's very useful. I think they have that dichotomy going on to where they're very mature for their age and things like that, but they can be technically useful of age. Now we also have Jupiter, which I'm not surprised that it's here. Jupiter is the money planet. I call it the money planet. This is abundant energy. This person will always have money. This is someone who will always be successful. This is that type of energy. And like I said, I think Spirit is suggesting this because this is supposed to be an example you're supposed to be following. You need to surround yourself with people like this because it's going to motivate you to embark on your own endeavors. Yeah. And this person is very, you may see this person and be like, yo, you're very lucky and blessed. And this person will be like, well, I worked hard for this. Like that type of energy. And you're going to be so inspired by this type of person. We have Aracura, which is blossoming. And it says, you are just getting started, so have patience with yourself in the process. Do not give up. These sounds like words that this person would continuously say to you. But this person is coming across as very encouraging. Very much the type of person that wants you. This person is this is the type of person that wants everyone around them to also succeed and win. But blossoming is also giving me the fact that, or the possibility that this is someone who, no matter what stage of success that they're in, they're always going to feel like they're still growing. There's always a lot more to accomplish. I feel like that hunger for success will never die out. We have change. It says, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. So this is very much the type of person who not manifests by dreams or manifests by only dreams and an intention, but they actually do the most important part, which is put the action behind those manifestations and goals. This person is this is the type of person that's going to be like, yo, I wanted my life to be better, so I made it better. This is a no excuse type of person. This is your coach, type of coach. This is your motivational speaker. And it seems as though you may not have much of this in your corner. Whatever endeavor or whatever success, career that you're pursuing, you may not have a lot of support or people who's really encourage you. And you may have a lot of times when you feel very down. This is your personal cheerleader that Spirit is kind of suggesting for you. Satisfaction. The card said, you let the energy of love guide you to self-approval so that others no longer define who you are. This is the type of energy that definitely has had their fair share of people doubting them. And instead of letting that get them down, they use that to drive them even further. Well, that maybe the opposite has happened to where, yeah, it did probably get you down. But this feels like reinforcements that Spirit could be sending for you. Someone that you actually do need in your corner at this very moment. Yeah, it's more so like, if you're not satisfied with your life, then change it. Yeah. So, let's get into these last two cards. Hopefully the lighting's okay. It's getting darker as I record these videos, but hopefully it's okay. But the last two cards that we have, the first one that we have constancy. Now, this may not be the exact definition of this card, but what they're giving me now is like, this is not someone who thinks you're going to get your way by waiting and sitting around. This is someone who's always on the go and is going to encourage you to always be on the go and really be on it when it comes to your goals and dreams. The time is now, they're saying. Why wait? Next card we have gift. I mean, naturally, the most basic definition, the most basic interpretation is the fact that this is someone who enjoys giving gifts, but I believe this is a connection that is going to feel like a gift. And they're making me feel that maybe some of you guys who are watching this, who picked this pile, maybe a little bit, there could be some issues when it comes to whether you are willing to give your trust to people or are willing to really give love another try, things like that. And they're almost like this Spirit is almost saying like this is going to be a gift for all that you've gone through. Like this is this type of person you're going to be happy. You're going to feel blessed because you have this person in your corner, this type of person. So, pile number 3, I think we are ready to go into the extended. On that note, I'm really interested in seeing exactly who this person is and how these qualities that they have are really going to, show up within your connection with this person. So, with that being said, I'll see you at the extended. If not, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll catch you next time. Bye. What is up? Pile number 4. This is for those who hit the clear quartz crystal. I can never say that for some reason on the first try. We're about to find out what type of romantic partner does your spirit team feel you need to have. The cards that they gave us are the 3 of Swords in reverse. Dun, dun. And no, I'm not getting X energy with this. Let me just say that now. Because that's typically a card that people be like, oh, an X. But I'm not getting X with this. We have 10 of Pentacles. We have the Hermit. We have 2, the Waiting Game, which this is also the 2 of Wands. We have the Lady in the Lake. We also have Libra. We have Coventina, which in this deck is Purification. Honesty. Vision. And these 2 cards that we'll get into later. The first image that they showed me was the King of Swords. This energy is, it's really the no BS type of energy, but it's like, this energy is like, they have all the time for you, but when it comes to other people, they're like, okay, what's your deal? Like, this is someone who's very much, like, a very protective energy. Someone, in a sense, it's not protective like jealous. It's protective in a sense where this person, I feel, has a very heightened sense, or can really, maybe even intuitively tell, or this person can maybe just read language, body language. This person can tell if someone is not right for you. They're coming in like a guardian for you. And I feel like they're coming in to really kind of, it feels like cutting off people who don't necessarily deserve you. And I feel like Spirit is suggesting this type of person because this is probably what you're not doing in your own life. There's probably a lot of people around you who are very toxic, or maybe just not for you, and you maybe don't necessarily notice that they need to leave your life, or you maybe don't really have the courage to really make that break. This person, or this type of person is someone who I feel would be that person for you. But this person, this type of person has, like, I feel like 2 sides for them. But it's like with you, it's you know, family, picture perfect. And I think this is a really nice energy. It's just that they've had it with other people. I don't know why that is. Like, they've had it with other people's BS. And so I think this type of energy is coming across as like, I don't know if you've ever seen that meme, but it's like a meme in which there's like a small person behind a really big person who's there to protect the small person. And it'll be like a comment like, oh, my girl said that she wanted ketchup with her fries, or something like that. Like, that's what it's coming across. This is someone who's really going to be like your rock, the person that you can depend on and rely on. Like, that's the type of energy that Spirit is suggesting. But it's just, this person's very, like, you don't play with this person. This person, I think you'll get some leeway, but that message is really referring to anybody else who's not you. Like, that's the type of energy, like, protective against them. Now let's begin. We have the 3 of Swords in reverse. So they're saying the opposite of what you've been going through, the opposite of the people that you normally have dated. Like, that's who you need to be going for. So this may be a type that's different than what you're used to, or just very different than how you've been. Maybe, but this is coming across, I'm not saying different as far as look, I really think different as far as personality. This is like an energy of someone who's willing to, like, I mean, I'm sure it's never gonna get to that point, but who would probably do some things for the sake of your love. And when I say do some things, I mean dangerous things. But they kind of also, this is someone who's really going to make up for, or at least try to make up for, the people that has done you wrong in your life in the past. This person's okay. It's like that energy is someone who's okay with having that type of burden. And it's not really a burden, it's just more so like, if that's what I'm stacked up against, then so what? 10 of Pentacles. This is the most solid person that you will ever meet. This is the type of person that's come across very solid, rock solid, cannot be moved. Very strong, even strong will, and I think they could have someone who has a strong physical appearance as well. This is just someone who really just cherishes and wants to protect all the things that they love and all the people that they love. I think this is the type of energy in which, if this is someone who has like younger sisters or just any sisters or any siblings, this is the fighter, the person who's willing to like, okay, they did what to you? Okay, call me. Where are they? Where you at right now? Let me know. What's their address? This is that person. And it's not because they have a point to prove, it's because they really do love. This is that type of energy. And they don't want anyone to mess with them. The other interpretation is that this is someone who's very committed. And when they date, they don't date just for fun or just to see where things are going. They date because they see potential in this becoming a marriage. They see potential in this becoming, they see children. Now we also have Hermit. This is coming across as a lone wolf. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think this person is very intense. I don't think a lot of people can take them as far as their personalities, and their energy is very intense. However, they're actually quite deep in, under the surface. And this is someone who may also have a very deep spiritual side as well that they maybe don't show as often, but they do have a spiritual side. So yeah, I'm getting that this is someone who is also wise. I get the sense that Spirit is also suggesting that the person that you should look for in a partner is very much maturity, maybe older than what you usually go for. It's just something about this just screams maturity and someone who has the capabilities that only can come from wisdom and experience of living life. We have the waiting game, which is also the Two of Wands. Now, this person, it feels like this person has a very overwhelming, sometimes like their energy could be a lot overwhelming, but you guys are still partners. This person still views you as an equal. It's like one side, two sides. It's like one side of the coin is me, one side of the coin is you, and both of us make a great team. So I do get that there is a balance that Spirit is suggesting. Someone the qualities that you lack, you should be seeking someone who has those qualities that you lack. So you guys would be able to complement each other. Now we have the Lady of the Lake. And this card talks about absolute truth, courage, self-respect, and responsibility. This person is very honest. Some people may even say blunt. But I get the sense that they're only that way when it comes to bluntness, and when it crosses that line to maybe being a little bit too rude. It's really when it comes to the offense of other people. Like that type of thing. I just feel like it's coming across that you've never really had someone like this. I think you've been maybe attacked by people, whether it's verbally or otherwise, and you never had the card that you needed or the weapons that you needed. And it feels like the energy that the spirit's suggesting, someone who's really going to be like your knight. But this energy is very much like no BS. This person could even have like their first initial demeanor could be very like serious, but it's they showed me like a bodyguard, like how bouncers and bodyguards, like they're usually just like looking to see any potential threats, like that. I'm sure they can relax at times, but it's just that, like I said, this is not someone who's not going to take kindly to people even saying something wrong to the ones that they love. I do believe they do. This is someone who knows when it's too much. But I get honesty. I get someone who definitely is fair and just. And speaking of just, we have Libra. I get the sense when they do swing their sword of justice, it's swift and relentless. There's no coming back. Whenever you cross the line in this person's opinion, this energy, it's like there's no coming back. You will feel the wrath, and it's deserved. But for those who come in with good intention, nice, and things like that, this is someone who can tell when someone is coming in with good or bad intentions. If this is someone who they feel has good intentions, who they confirm has good intentions, they're going to treat them with the utmost respect, and they're going to treat them kindly. But it's going to be the opposite if it turns out that they deem them as someone with bad intentions. So they're very balanced in that way. They do have two sides to them, and depending on who's around and what the situation is, one side would be more pronounced than the other. Now we have Coventina, purification. So the Spirit is also suggesting that, first of all, this person, like I said, Spirit is wanting to really reiterate that this is the type of person who they're not just on guard every single time looking for potential threats. That's not who they are all the time. But that will be a lot of what makes them who they are. But behind closed doors, with people who they actually have good intention, they're actually really good nature. They're very nice and very sweet. Like that's the type of dichotomy that Spirit is saying that you need. But going back to this card, Spirit is also saying that you need someone to really cleanse this area or the people around you. This is going to be someone who may even be like, that friend of yours, I don't know about them. I don't think they're good for you. And give you a reason why. may not be easy to hear some things like that, but just know that it's coming. This is someone who's going to express these things from a loving place. Honesty, of course. This is someone who definitely has a belief that you should be honest and truthful in every case, even if it's not necessarily something that people want to hear. This energy, it comes across as something that's so opposite of you. If you're in a restaurant and the waiter forgot to bring you your ranch to go with your salad or your pizza, and you're like, no, that's okay, I can eat it like this too. This is that person to be like, waiter, yeah, she's gonna need that ranch. They're meant to be someone who's going to be the voice for you. It doesn't mean that you don't have a voice of your own, but they're meant to really ignite something about within you to really have more of a pronounced voice, to really say what you want, to say how you mean it. Vision. So, I just feel like this person has a heightened insight. This is someone who would have a heightened insight as to who's good for you, what is good for you, what you should remove, and that's where it's coming from. I just think this is coming across as a loyal knight. They're showing me images and characters from Game of Thrones, which I'm not going to mention if you guys probably never watched that, but just get like a loyal knight. That becomes a relationship. And it's because they have insight, they have input that is valuable, that you can definitely use to really better your life. And it has a lot to do with making sure that you are keeping the right people around you. But this energy feels like they really want to, this is going to be like the person that compliments you. What you lack, this person will provide. Like that type of person is something you should be seeking. Now let's get into the last two cards. First one we have, Widower. So, I get the sense that what Spirit is also suggesting is that this is someone who maybe knows that it's important, how important it is to really cherish the ones that you love. And so maybe this is the type of energy in which this could be someone who's gone through some things, but it just feels like they've turned that type of energy to where, you know what, I'm going to make sure that the ones that are here, that I protect them, love them, and uplift them. So this is just someone who knows maybe, or just knows the importance of connections that are making sure to keep connections intact and protecting those connections. The last card that we have is, we have surprise. They're saying that this person will shock you. I don't know why they're saying that, but, or at least not shock you, because now they're also showing me the Tower card, but more so like, like awaken you in some way, shape, or form. And I think this person is very unexpected, because I think almost if you were to meet someone like this, it would probably throw you off, or maybe even intimidate you or scare you. But when they come to you, this is not, it's the opposite. Like, I almost feel like this is someone who would have two sides to them. I do see a loving side, and also someone who doesn't play around. And they will not, show mercy to those who do, who do have bad intentions to those that they love. So I think this dichotomy may surprise you, but it will also awaken something within you. And I think that's why Spirit is suggesting this, because they're saying that Spirit is saying you need some of that within you. It's very, very strong and very powerful, this energy. They're saying that you need that too. So, with that being said, pile number 4, we're going to move over to the extended. I'm really excited to see who this person is. The image that they gave me is someone who is like, like, I'm looking at this person like, I don't want to mess with this person. But I'm very excited to see who this person is exactly that Spirit has in mind, and also how these qualities will be shown or exemplified within you, or how they be showed this within you, within the connection between you and this person. And yeah, just some of the fun stuff as well. So I'll check you out over there. If not, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.